Walking these streets, shadows fall, lost in a world, echoes call, searching for life, voices true, St. James Church in the heart of the blue. Glorify God, nurture all, share the gospel, hear the call. That is what we do at St. James, breaking chains, singing new names, pushing through the night, feeling small.
Welcome to our 75th anniversary conversations. We're here with Tom and Margaret Smith, talk about their years here together in the church and in the various ministries they've been involved in. So, how did you join the church?
Well, Tom got a job at McClure Oil Corporation.
Oh, okay.
And we transferred to here from Warsaw, Indiana.
Oh, okay.
And he came in March of 95, and I came in about June of 95 after the kids finished school.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And he came to this church because it was the only Lutheran church, and we've always been Lutheran.
Oh, okay.
So, well, you have to tell him about that funny story.
Oh, we first thing we had to do was enroll the kids, and so there wasn't a Lutheran school to go to here in town. So what we did was to go to Lakeview, and we tried to enroll in Lakeview, and we could get Brian in 6th grade, but we could not get our daughter Cassie in. They were too full.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So we had to go to the local school where our house was. Okay, so we went over to Riverview, and there was this nice principal named Joe Chambers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was very kind.
And Joe Chambers found out we were Missouri Synod Lutherans, and he kind of guided us in this direction. So that's how we got involved with it. And I went to churches here on Thursday nights. I used to have Thursday night services.
Yeah.
While Margaret stayed in Warsaw until the school year ended.
Oh, okay. 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 And you're going to add something?
Nope.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay. So you joined in 95 then?
Yes.
95.
95. Okay. And how many kids did you have?
Three.
3 kids. Okay. Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So what positions have you had in the church, and what have you done in the church?
At this church, I've been on fellowship for about 100 years. I think it's one of the first things I did here.
Okay.
So I maybe had 1 year I didn't, and the rest of the time I've been in fellowship. I've also been on ladies ministry. I was part of the original committee that came up with ladies ministry that Phil appointed several women, and I was one of them. What else have I done? Just special projects. I've helped with the youth group on occasion, and
You did Mommy and Me.
oh, I taught Mommy and Me for about a year.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I did that too. Yeah, been a lot of things.
Filled in as secretary here at the
Of course.
church during our gaps of
Oh,
secretaries.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, parish planning, of course, a part of fellowship.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, the fellowship here has been pretty extensive too, especially your ladies group and all the money that you guys raise and then give to the various agencies in town and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's a
Yeah.
pretty impressive thing because the money that's raised, the church does not keep.
No.
Because a lot of churches do, and,
Right.
and this
Yes.
church gives it out into the community. And
And I love that. I think that really shows our commitment to the community and our desire to outreach into the community. We get a lot of people coming here to those events because of that outreach.
sure. And you've also worked with the rescue mission and stuff like
Yes, yes. Yeah, organizing dinners for them, and
that?
yeah.
Right.
We went when the rescue mission was being reorganized. We participated with the rest of the congregation, probably about 30 people, with cleaned out the second floor of the rescue mission and painted the whole second floor.
Oh, wow. Wow.
So that was a
Yeah.
major task. And there's not shortly thereafter, there was some money set aside for mission work, and I think about $10,000 was given to the rescue mission to buy cubicles for the men, so they weren't sleeping in the open. But as they
wow.
performed and cooperated, they got cubicles. And
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So that was interesting work with the rescue mission.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good organization.
So now, what roles have you done, Tom?
When I came right away, I got involved with the youth board.
Oh, okay.
And that time it was myself, Peggy, and John Willman,
Oh, okay.
and Phil. And then we had a 3-man board, and
Oh, wow.
it was wild because sometimes John couldn't be there. He's a principal at the time, and Peggy has work during the week, so there was hit and miss to put it together. But really, it had been that, and one of my old churches, I was involved in youth too. So
Okay. And you've also been in the executive
yeah,
director
I've
team.
been doing the parish planning thing and one of the executive roles. But most of the time I've spent doing behind the scenes things.
Sure.
When people are not.
The endowment fund. You were
Yes,
instrumental in that.
I set up and helped write with Thrivent the endowment fund for St. James,
Oh, okay.
and I'm the president of the endowment fund for now. And serving my term. But so that's been established. That'll be for the long-term good of the church. And the unofficial but very important men's auxiliary of the fellowship group.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely
Set up
very
tables,
important.
haul and carry things, and do all the physical work. So, anyways, I'm a founding member of.
You are dragged into everything.
Yeah.
And you're also involved in the setting up of the nativity walk and
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
you
that's
were the
true.
wise men, right?
Yeah, wise
Yeah,
men.
we did do that too.
Well, my garage is a VBS construction shop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you make a lot
Putting
of
up
stuff
the
with
sanctuary
vacation.
things, and
Yeah,
we
I
have
forgot we did do a lot. We
It's
do a
a
lot with
big-
VBS.
Yeah,
big task this year to put what they want to do
Yeah.
up front. So
yeah,
I
we've
cringe
retired.
whenever I get a call from Margaret and Peggy, and they tell me what they want.
yeah.
He's very creative and structural.
Yes.
I just say, I need this and I need it to look like that. And he goes, okay. And he draws them up and makes it
Build
happen.
submarines, they build rocket ships.
Remember that.
and yeah, well, all those things, you got to come up with something.
Yeah, it's fun.
It is. So, who are some people who had a big impact on you here?
Well, I think Joe Chambers would be one. There really are so many, mainly because we met him in the beginning and he made us feel so welcome. That would make our transition into the community so much easier. There were several people that helped with that as well. And we've met so many wonderful people, so many helpful people, so many kind people. It's just been wonderful.
What influenced us is the families in the congregation. We basically had a generation of kids raising together, and the parents of the kids, their events and camps, and church camps and Luther's camps and youth groups. They're all together. It's like Brian's group had Josh Tudor and Ryan Carlson and Patrick Klein and Jeff Aaron. And so, it's one of those things in youth group where one goes, then we'll all go.
Right.
Type thing. And Kathy the same way. She was spent a lot of time with Julie Klein. In fact, her and Julie were roommates in college together as well.
Oh, wow.
So, you get involved with the families that your kids match up with.
Sure.
And so that has built a foundation of fellowship that we can call on each other for whatever needs. And that's important, I think, in the long term.
Right. I think that's true. That's true. What are some events that stand out, stories that stand out, things that have happened here?
Events. The murder mysteries come into my head because I'll tell you, I was supposed to be the director, but I'm pretty sure I was never really the director. it was sort of chaos, kind of semi-controlled. We laughed so much and had so much fun doing that. In fact, Tom actually wrote a lot of
We
it.
probably did at least 8 of them. And
Yeah.
they were really 2-act plays, usually about 6 cast members, and a lot of comedy and bad jokes. It wasn't.
Oh my gosh, horribly bad.
It
jokes.
was funny things happened. During we had one that had a wine theme, and we had Mike Klein in a hammock. He went to sleep in the middle of the performance. But I mean, there was all these characters were just bizarre characters. So it was a lot of fun, and from us, I think the benefit is that we saw. A lot of the older people liked it because they had a dinner theater local in town. They don't have to go to Indianapolis.
Yeah.
We got people involved that weren't really involved in the church. You saw them in the pews, but you asked them to perform, and they wanted to perform.
Oh, wow. Wow.
It was surprising.
And we get people from the outside, and like the Boyers brought the McPhersons,
Okay.
Mitch and Patty, and they came, and that's how they got involved with the church. And in fact, in one of the plays, Mitch played a pig farmer that was a secret leprechaun.
Oh,
So anyway,
Sure was
they got
typecasting.
people involved, and so it was a benefit, I think, to the congregation, to everybody, because the fellowship and camaraderie that developed out of that was very good.
Yeah,
yeah.
They only ended because we ran out of time, Margaret.
we did. My job got bigger at work, and I just couldn't do all of it anymore.
Sure.
So it was too bad.
It was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. Other events. So many things.
Camping trip, church
camping
trip.
trips.
Oh, yeah.
So
Probably
much
about
fun.
10 years.
Yeah.
There's church camping trip, and there's probably at least 10 families at a time going on this camping trip. We go to Missinawah. We went to Turkey Run and at
A
Western
bunch of
Indiana.
fun places.
Several places, and we had church on Sunday morning together, and it was very, very good. It was again another fellowship building activity.
Right. Right. Any other stories?
Oh, I don't even know. We could come
Too
up
many.
with so many.
Yeah.
They were all. We had a lot of fun. We had a lot. Well, I would say a story about support. Our first grandson was born very early, 10 weeks early,
Oh.
and he. Well, my daughter had that preeclampsia. Okay, so it was
okay.
very bad, and she delivered him, and he only lived 10 days.
Oh,
And this congregation,
yeah.
they were very helpful.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to me.
Yeah. Wow,
So-
that's a great.
Yeah.
Great
But there always been people like that for each other. Whenever there's a problem, we'll all rally around each other. And that's the part of, when I think about going to St. James, they say what church you go to. And I don't like to call it St. James Church, because church reminds me of a structure.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
But I like to say I'm a member of the congregation at St. James, because it's the membership, the people that are the real church.
Right.
So that's how I view it.
Yeah. So, what are some significant changes that have happened in the years since you've been here? I know we talked about
When
some.
in '95 I came here, there were poles sticking out of the ground back there for the.
For the new.
So that was a surprise to see all these poles sticking out of there.
Yeah.
It's true.
But obviously that's been the big change over the years.
Now the building's changed. So people have changed, but it's still basically the same.
Right.
This congregation is such an involved congregation. If you ask someone to help, they're right there. And that's one thing I really love. They give.
Yeah.
And really, we've been members of several Lutheran churches, and this one is just
More nurturing.
Yeah.
more nurturing,
Yeah.
more giving, more hardworking than many
Right.
I've seen. They've been amazing.
What impressed me, and which I really liked over the years, is there were several times where we had gaps in no pastor.
Oh,
Interim
right.
pastors and no pastors and
Yeah.
people filling in, and then we had several times that happened. And pastors play a special role in coordinating, pulling people together. It was heartwarming to see everybody step up to try to fill the gap,
Yeah.
to not lose any focus, to try to redirect ourselves and to do the things that coordinate as best as we could with each other. Everyone stepped up a little bit in that. So
Okay.
I think the one of the significant events too is the closing of the preschool that ran for many, many years and did a great job. But just it's time the public schools got involved and all that, so it kind of ran its course.
Right. And I know you mentioned there was a transition in ministry after the preschool closed.
Yes, and for that time frame.
Well, probably Mark left a little bit after that.
Mark left a little bit after the preschool
I'm
closed.
terrible
A couple
with
of
dates.
years after
okay.
that. So
Yeah.
it was all in that time frame because Carol taught at the preschool.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But that was a big adjustment because he'd been here for 25 years. He was,
Oh, sure.
all
Yeah.
we'd known. He was our good friend.
That's most we know as a pastor.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
by far. So,
Exactly. Yeah. So any other changes that
can't think of
transitions?
anything.
Can't think of any that's major. Yeah.
So how has St. James impacted your faith?
I'd say a lot. When we came here, I think I was at kind of a lull in my faith. How's that?
Oh, okay.
And just coming here, it was like a breath of fresh air for me. I think it was, well, I'm pretty sure God knew I needed it and sent us here. I'm pretty sure that's the case. Because all of a sudden it was, I feel like a new person. I feel renewed. So I'd say impacting my faith very much. So very much so.
Yeah, coming here was I think an uplifting experience. A good story is when I came here, Mark Carlson kept calling me Jim.
Oh,
He was a
In
good
fact,
name.
when we did come on a Sunday morning one time, he introduced us to the congregation as Jim.
oh,
So I couldn't figure out what was going on. I went to came in, and Bill and Marilyn Hendricks were welcoming people, and I shook their hands and I said, "Well, I've been coming on Thursday night," and Bill says, "Well, you must be the new guy that Pastor's talking about," and Marilyn says, "Oh no, his name is Jim."
oh, that's hilarious.
So it took me a few weeks. Took me a few weeks to clear that up, but he eventually found out what my name was.
Oh, they're the same person.
It is funny sometimes as a pastor, you hear people's names and you get them
Yes.
mixed up, and
I'm sure that's
it
easy to
can
happen.
be- yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I know in this congregation, I always have to stress because we have 5 of you Toms.
Yeah, lots of Toms.
And there's 5 of them, and very active too. And so it's like, well, which is they'll say Tom, and I go, oh, which one are we talking about here?
Yeah. I always get Tom-esque. I get Tom Shabo's.
Yeah.
Can't even do that.
Yeah.
It is funny. They are all really active.
Yeah, they are. That's just funny. So what are your hopes for the future for St. James?
I hope we grow. I hope we get more children. I love seeing the kids up there or your children's sermon. They're so delightful, and I think that really keeps your congregation going and builds it back up again. And I feel like we're heading in that direction. I'm pleased to see we've turned a corner a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think so too. I think we love working with children, because that just brings a joy. However, I have to say, VBS 8 and 9-year-olds could be a challenge that I lead around that week.
Oh yeah.
so that is exciting, but no, and working with the kids in all forms, seeing them sing at VBS and so forth, it's just wonderful experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
VBS is coming up too in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
So,
Yes.
Yeah, it's scary. Yeah.
I got work to do in my garage yet.
Yeah.
There's a cabin in our garage.
Actually, by the time this airs, it might be VBS. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or no, nobody so early. So yeah. Oh, okay. Well, is there anything I didn't ask you, or anything else you wanted to share, or anything?
Oh, just that we appreciate the people here and members
Yeah.
of the congregation. Appreciate the work you've done here.
Oh,
You've
thanks.
been refreshing and inspiring. And I remember when you interviewed, I was here and we talked a little bit about finances and places we're going, and I said that you money won't be as much as an issue as finding the right mission for us. And I think
Yes.
we're still in that process of finding the right mission for St. James.
Yeah, that's 100% correct. And that was a shocking thing as a pastor here. Well, money's not an issue. It's just what are we going to do for missions? And that has been true. I mean, I've been here 4.5 years, and it really has been, well, how can we serve the church, but how can we serve the community better has always been the question.
We're growth focused or outward oriented.
Right.
And we've been in some churches that were more inward, structurally oriented, but this church is very much outward. And the question is, what else can we be doing? And there are so many things we can do. It's a matter of focusing on the right ones and picking the right ones so we can be effective.
And the community at large seems to be very well aware of that. When I've been at community things or been involved in community organizations, everybody knows who St. James was. And it was funny at the Easter pageant last year. We had 7 or 8 of our members involved in that. And one of the other pastors joked, "What are you trying to do, Pastor Fred? Bring out your entire congregation into this?" So, well, if I can get them. But we had a large number of people.
That's great.
It was just
That's good. That's fun.
yeah, we had a lot of fun too. It was good. All right. Well, thanks for coming in.
And thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
And we will talk to you. We see you next week. Peace out.
Walking these streets, shadows fall, lost in a world, echoes call, searching for life, voices true, St. James Church in the heart of the blue. Glorify God, nurture all, share the gospel, hear the call. That is what we do at St. James, breaking chains, singing new names, pushing through the night, feeling small, seeking the answers stall, windows of gray stained with hue, where mission shines through. Glorify God, nurture all, share the gospel, hear the call. That is what we do at St. James, breaking chains, singing new names, heartbeats pounding, truth revealed in the silence, wounds are healed, faith in motion, spirits move. In this place we find our groove. In the dark streets, hope we find, unity glowing, love unbind, hands reaching out, lifting high. In St. James, we never die. unity glowing, love unbind, hands reaching out, lifting high. In St. James, we never die.